Hello, sorry I'm a bit late. I had to run and have a shower because I've been in the garden all afternoon seeing to some herbs. Herb our vision mixer's not that into it, but Herb on camera 3 can't get enough. Joining me tonight, on my right, Kevin Foley, a retired building control officer who enjoys classic cinema. Bridget Prentice, the former MP for Lewisham East. And their captain, Lee Caldwell, a cognitive economist who's played bridge for Scotland. United by a soft spot for Spain, they are the Jugadores. Yes, I'm going with Jugadores.
Oh, Victoria.
How would you say it?
Jugadores.
See, my thing is, I never pretend to speak languages I can't really.
That's been our mistake.
Well, welcome. You'll always be the Jugadores to me. I'm looking forward to shouting jugs at round 4, just to save time. You are facing tonight on my left Michael Joel Bartell, an actor who can do the splits. Anne Gavigan, a local government employee who's responsible for bringing heritage, nature, poetry and music to railway stations. And their captain, John Robinson, an English teacher who was a child model for the cover of a nature book. United by their passion for the performing arts, they are the Harlequins. Or is it Harlequins?
Yeah, we're going to go with Harlequins this evening, just to fit in with our Jugadores friends.
So presumably your team is strong on the arts. How are you on sport and music?
I think I'm OK on sport. Michael and Anne are good on music, so, yeah, make a good team.
Well, that sounds like a well-planned team. Good luck. Good luck, all of you. Thank you so much for coming. Let's play the quiz. Jugadores, you won the toss, so you'll be going first. Please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
We'd like water, please.
Water. What is the connection between these apparently random clues? Here's the first.
Clifford Man. I mean, unless that is an early hominid, then I don't know. Next, please. Jason Tech. Next, please. Russell Bastard.
I think Russell, there was a bastard who refereed a cup final.
Do you think they're all referees?
I don't know the other two, no.
Shall we get the next one, please?
Yeah.
Next. I'm just going to have to say referees.
2 seconds.
Are they all referees?
Good guess, but they are not all referees. Harlequin, do you know?
Is it the Crystal Maze?
It is not the Crystal Maze. Although you're closer, because we are not in the world of sport, we are in the world of the performing arts. This is leading us gently towards the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh. Ghostface Killer.
Ghostface Killer, all dirty bastard. But what we've done very properly is given them the first names they were born with. Old dirty bastard from the Wu-Tang Clan was properly called Russell Jones. Dennis Coles was Ghostface Killer. Going further back, Jason Hunter, Inspector Deck, and Method Man Clifford Smith. I'm sorry to throw that language at you so early on. What would you like for your own question?
The Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus.
Okay.
It's the music question. Good news. You'll be hearing your clues. What connects them? Here's the first.
This is
Something jazzy.
yeah. This is I think this is Miles Davis.
Okay. Do you know the name?
I don't know the name.
Right.
No.
Okay, next, please. I don't recognise this at all.
No, I don't recognise it at all.
Yeah, next, please.
Now you go through St. Louis, top to Missouri,
this is
and
Route
Oklahoma
66.
City, let's
Jason
mind
Road.
your
Okay,
brains, we'll see.
Next, please.
I read it.
This is 2468 motorway.
Okay, so
songs about
sounds
roads.
roads.
Maybe possibly, but songs about roads.
Songs about roads. Nice big roads. What did we hear?
So the last one was 2468 motorway by my father, Tom Robinson.
We had Route 66 by Nat King Cole. And then we had something by Miles Davis, I think, but I don't know what it was.
It was Miles Davis, Sur l'autoroute. See, I do speak a bit of French, so I don't mind doing the accent. On the motorway. And the next one, Kraftwerk Autobahn.
Okay,
What would you like for your next question?
Shall we have the lion? Lion,
I
please.
can't advise. Lion it is. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
I mean, that's capsule of everything, isn't it? But next, please. Is it the name? Is it the meaning of the name of the state that it's in? Yeah.
Munich is in Bavaria, isn't it?
Shall we go for it, or do you want it one more?
I don't know.
Yeah, next. Frankfurt Harmony. What's Frankfurt in? Frankfurt am Main or something, isn't it? I mean, should we guess or do you want
Go next, I think.
next? Are they the cities and then the meaning of the lender or state that they're in?
I can't take that answer, I'm afraid. Harlequins, do you want to have a go for a bonus point?
Yeah, so it's English translations of football teams from those cities. So Borussia Mönchengladbach, Eintracht Frankfurt, Werder Bremen and Bayern Munich.
That's right, and you're very unlucky because you're completely onto the idea of the thing. We are translating the names of German football teams. Bayern Munich, Bayern means Bavarian. River Peninsula, Werder is the River Peninsula, but Harmony, it's not where it is, it's just the meaning of Eintracht. And Mönchengladbach is which football team?
Borussia.
Shall I tell you an old joke about Borussia Mönchengladbach?
I'd love to hear it.
Who is the least popular person at a Borussia Mönchengladbach game?
I don't know. Who is the least popular person at a Borussia Mönchengladbach game?
The person who shouts, "Give us a B!" So unlucky Jugadores for being close but not quite right. Harlequins, you get the bonus and your own chance to choose.
Horned Viper, please.
What connects these picture clues? Here's the first.
So it's a type of fish.
Some type of fish. Do we know what type of fish it is?
No, it's
Okay.
Anchovy?
Next is... It looks a bit like Elizabeth
Debicki.
Debicki.
Yeah, it
Is
does,
it
but I
her?
don't think it is.
Debicki.
Yeah, okay.
Should we go next?
Next, please.
Yeah. Colours, these are
Yarn?
it's yarn or felt.
Felt.
So felt,
Felt
fish,
with like deep
felt,
throat, so I don't know. Next, please.
Yeah. And saw.
Saw. So that could be a film, horror films.
Sawfish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if they are types of horror films, are they the villains in horror films?
I can't think of anything else. So, horror films.
And how does clue 1 work?
Have you never seen that scary film, The Fish That Nearly Got Away?
Oh, yeah, it's a remake of The Birds, isn't it? It's all fish. Sadly, I don't know the film. Jugadores, do you want to have a go for a bonus point?
Have a go is, are they all irregular past tenses?
I need to hear something specific.
Well, felt and saw for senses. Think
That's what it is. They are
Tenses
past
for
tenses
senses.
for senses. Felt and saw. Do you want to go back to those first clues and see if you can identify them?
Amber Heard.
It's Amber Heard. And the first one?
Smelt.
It's a smelt.
It's a smell.
Smelt, heard, felt, saw. Past tenses of senses. So you get that bonus. And what question would you like for yourselves?
let's have the twisted flax.
The twisted flax. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Cardiff and Sydney. All right.
No, they could be
Next, please. Concord, that's New Hampshire, yeah. And is Winchester in Hampshire? Oh, yeah, New South Wales and Wales, yeah. Are they the capitals of two places with say, a similar name? So Cardiff, Wales, Sydney, New South Wales, Winchester, Hampshire, and Concord, New Hampshire. Are they capitals or
I'm
cities?
going to stop you there because I'm afraid that is not quite right. As much as I love your early gambling, so I'm going to show all 4 clues to the Harlequins for a possible bonus point.
Yeah, so it's the name of the town or city in the original country, and then a new version of that country. So Jersey is St. Helier, Jersey, Trenton, New Jersey, Conakry, Guinea, Port Moresby, New Guinea.
That's exactly right, and I'm so sorry, Jugadores. You just went a bit too specific because it is Winchester in Hampshire, but it's the county town of Hampshire, but you don't really have a capital in that way. Cardiff in South Wales, Sydney in New South Wales, but we've already seen one that isn't a capital, so it's just a bit too specific. It's just places in old and new regions. So you got that bonus, Harlequins, and you'll get the last question of the round. The 2 reads, what connects these clues? Here's the first.
Is it called wax? Maybe?
Wax.
Or maybe not, but that.
Come on, yeah, next, please. You said she had coordinates.
Is this M6? Is it the roundhouse? Like.
No, I don't know what it's called. Next, please. That's doing a donut.
Donuts.
Oh,
These are all things that are
they're all things that are round.
Yeah.
Is the GCHQ in the donut? This might be cool. Is it called the donut?
Yeah. Donuts.
Is it? Should we take it? We'll say it. Donuts.
Is the right answer. You didn't need to see the 4th clue. Hair accessory to create bun. What can you tell me about the clues we're looking at?
So the rotating and skidding driving manoeuvre is when it's called a donut because you make that O shape. The GCHQ is the headquarters. Is it nicknamed?
It's nicknamed called the donut, yeah.
And why is it called the donut?
Because it's round with a hole in the middle.
This is a trick to see if they work there. Yes, do you know, I tell you what, the old BBC TV centre was called the Donut as well. Happy birthday, BBC. But sadly, that's not what the BBC is anymore. Wartime American Red Cross female volunteers. Have you heard of them?
Well, they gave out
defer to my
donuts,
American.
coffee and donuts.
Exactly so, donut dollies they were known as. Very well done. And that means at the end of round 1, the Harlequins have 5 points, the Jugadores have 1. Sequences round now, what comes forth in a sequence. And Jugadores, you've shown almost too much knowledge so far. You've danced near the answers to questions and then danced away again. Let's see about this round. What hieroglyph would you like?
OK, it's time for some gamesmanship. We're going to take the Eye of Horus.
What a move! They've taken the Eye of Horus. You're about to see the first in a series. What will come forth? Time starts now.
4th E underscore. All right, I think we need... Next, please. Could be Machu Picchu. What would it could it No. What's Eris? No. Next, please. No, I can't hear you. First, V underscore.
Not it, I'm afraid. Harlequins, do you want to go for a bonus?
Yeah, we'll try first S blank.
That's not it either. Why do you say that?
We thought maybe it might be something to do with disciples, but
That's not it. Why do you say V?
Well, I wondered if Machu Picchu was a religious site at certain altitudes, and this was but the Vatican wouldn't be the highest, it might just be the biggest religion.
Ah, so I was trying to make both your answers fit a sequence. The answer is first S and S. And the reason I asked about V is I wondered if by any chance you were thinking of Villette, which is a novel by
it's
Charlotte Bronte.
Jane Austen.
These are novels by Jane Austen. Her fourth novel was Emma, her third Mansfield
course.
Park, her second Pride and Prejudice, so the first
Sense and Sensibility.
Sense and Sensibility. The published novels, of course, there are various epistolary things and juvenilia. Are you Jane Austen fans?
Not now.
Clearly not. She's an excellent novelist. So no points there. Harlequins, what would you like?
Let's go with lion.
okay, yeah, lion, please.
Lion. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Okay, so this is
Could be also
333.
location.
yeah, some sort of
Top
next
to
place.
bottom, yeah.
North EG India.
This is
It's
Cancer.
lines of latitude, is it?
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
why.
Yeah, should we just go to the next one so we can have some more time to think?
Yeah, next place. Okay.
00, so that's on. So we would need if
There's a country that's like tiny.
below, like South Africa or Chile or something.
Brazil, should I go for? Because that spans quite.
Yeah, that's fine.
What do you think? And what number am I going for?
Just
2 seconds.
So 23 degrees, 26 S, e.g. Brazil.
Is a correct answer. And I would explain why, except the problem is, Mr. Whaley Cohen attempted to explain this question to me before the show, but I was so bored I had to tune him out. So he left the room, the other question editor came in, Mr. McGahey limping in as quickly as possible, adjusting his orange wig. He had to go, nope, too boring. I couldn't hear it. So if you can explain why that's right, and why it's also right that we put South Africa, I'd be grateful.
Well, it's something to do with lines of latitude going from north to south. But other than that, I don't really know.
I think that's the gist. It is lines of latitude moving from north to south. I think where we went wrong in the meeting before the show is they tried to explain to me what a line of latitude is. He was holding an orange and sort of pointing at things and talking about the equator. And then I was saying, I thought longitude was the other one. It went terribly wrong. Anyway, you've given us the answer. We had South Africa, but apparently Brazil is also right. Very well done, and thank you. Back to you, Jugadores, for a choice. What would you like?
We will have water this time, please.
Water. what would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Tennis player, British tennis player. Emma Raducanu.
So, is that
Grand Slam
an
champion.
British tennis players who won.
Is it an order?
Order of winning
Yeah.
Grand Slam, it must be. Yeah.
Who won the last one?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. All right, shall we try that? Is it Emma?
It is Emma coming in after 2 clues. You get 3 points. And why?
We think these are British women's tennis players who have won Grand Slams coming forward in time.
Interesting.
Emma
And let's
Raducanu.
see the woman in 3rd place.
Just players.
It's Andy.
Players, not female
It's
players.
his British tennis Grand Slam winners. And who are those winners? If you could give me their full names.
Barker.
Sue
Barker,
Barker, Virginia
Wade.
Wade, Andy Murray and Emma Raducanu.
Exactly so. We're moving through British tennis Grand Slam winners towards the wonderful Emma Raducanu. Harlequins, what would you like?
The Horned Viper, please.
OK, what would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
This kind of sounds like a homophone. Fire. I don't know. Next, please. Multi-high.
John Stewart Mill, multi-high, high-fi.
Can we just get the next
Yeah,
one?
next,
So
please.
more time to think.
High,
So Mill, Buyer, multi-high, high, mule, high,
Like hidden words and things. Multi-high. High mule.
Just 2 seconds.
Mule Mill.
Not it. I can tell you this is one of those questions where if you don't know the answer, you wouldn't get it in 1,000 years by guessing. Jugadores, do you know?
If we could have 1,000 years then, please. We will
I mean, it
go
often
for,
feels like 1,000 years to the viewers.
we'll just have low mule.
The answer is edgy horn.
Of course.
They are anagrams. We're looking at the first 4 elements in the periodic table, going backwards from beryllium, lithium, through helium to
hydrogen.
hydrogen. We wanted an anagram of hydrogen. No bonus points then, but you may choose a question. What would you like?
I think the twisted flax, please.
The twisted flax. What would come forth in this picture sequence? Here's the first.
Is that? It's not Bill Nye, the science guy, is it? I don't know. Next, please. That's Brad Pitt.
That's Brad. Piano's picking up.
Yeah, but then was there a PM called Nye?
No, it was not.
Next, please.
He's one. He's what looks like he's won that car. Like he's.
Yeah, but I don't know who it is though. Well, yeah, so it could be like a winner. Pitt, Brad, winner. Michael.
2 seconds.
Dusty bin or something.
Dusty Bin.
I mean, I love it as a suggested answer. I'm afraid it's not this one. Harlequins, do you know? I mean, you can't possibly... this is one of the hardest questions I've ever seen, and it's only round 1, but go on, have a go.
Let's have a picture of David Mitchell.
Well, that would be nice. I mean, many would say it's, the next best thing. I mean, let's have a look.
Oh.
It's Elvis Presley. Here's what the question has expected you to be able to do here. Recognise a Shania Twain song that don't impress me much. It's not a particular person, it's just a rocket scientist. So you're a rocket scientist? OK, so you're Brad Pitt. So you got a car. So you think you're Elvis. That don't impress me much. Exactly, so you had to recognise the song
And know the song.
and then know what came forth. Yes. 1 question remains, the 2 reads. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
not
Stationary.
moving.
Yeah, but stationary with an asterisk.
Because it's probably misspelled.
Misspelled.
Like cemetery. Or
Yeah, so next, please. Military force.
So, military force.
Not stationary. Is moving. What's another synonym for military force?
Juggernauts.
Might.
Should we go next?
Yeah,
Just
next.
One more time. Relating to medical operations.
Surgical.
Surgical.
What's other word?
Precision, something, surgical strike. Oh, yeah. Moving.
Military forces.
Strike.
2 seconds.
We got something?
A bowling ball knocking over 10 pins.
Not it, I'm afraid. So another bonus chance for you guys.
I'm going to defer to Kevin.
I believe it could be hospital.
I will take hospital. What we really want is something that suggests hospital without being hospital.
Stars, yeah.
We went with a big building with patients. From the old airplane joke. I need to get to a hospital. A hospital? What is it? It's a big building with patients in it. So what is this?
This is from the TV show or the film MASH.
It's from MASH, and the asterisks were a little extra clue. M for mobile, A for army, S for surgical, and we wanted something suggesting hospital, like, for example, hospital. Very well done. That means at the end of round 2, the Harlequins have 7 points, the Jugadores have 5. And if you thought life couldn't get any more difficult after that Shania Twain one, let's try a connecting wall. 16 jumbled up clues that need sorting into 4 connected groups of 4. You're going first this time, Harlequins. Would you like lion or water?
One of the lion, please.
OK, 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
Okay, so we've got Ladybird Johnson.
Ladybird, Junebug, Virago, Fireflies. We've got Weevil,
Scarab, Weevil,
Scarab, Beetle,
Junebug,
Ladybird, and yeah, because those are all beetles.
Those are all beetles, but yeah, they're
Fireflies
probably
or Fireflies beetles? Yeah.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it for now.
Ladybird is also a name of a film.
Firing Squad, Riot Squad, Flying Squad,
Flying Squad.
and Blazing Squad. Okay.
Or
Yeah.
Vice. Yeah,
So with Vice.
Vice, Big Eyes, they're all Amy Adams films.
Yeah, Big Eyes.
And Junebug.
Junebug.
And Arrival, is
Yes,
that?
Arrival is an
Arrival,
age.
Rivals, yeah.
So then, okay, let's wait.
3
so we've got
lives now,
Beetle,
okay.
so
Plenty of
I'll put
time.
some into a Scarab.
Okay.
Scarab, Weevil.
Weevil.
So Virago is a publisher. Picador's a publisher.
Orbit's a publisher.
Ladybird's a publisher.
Ladybird a publisher.
Firefly
Okay, so-
may be a
I
publisher.
think so. I think Orbit is a
Hang on, let me
publisher.
check
Orbit
these
is a
out.
sci-fi publisher.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Okay, so
let's do
publishers,
Orbit,
Virago, Orbit.
Orbit.
Picador.
Okay, and then the others are Beetles, is that what
Yeah.
we're going to say?
Yeah,
Should we try
yeah.
that?
You've solved the wall, and very quickly. But what about the connections? Tell me about the first group starting blazing.
They're all squads.
They're all squads. And the next group, Vice, Big Eyes, and so on.
They're all films starring Amy Adams.
They are Amy Adams films, quite right. And the next group, Orbit, Ladybird, and so on.
These are all publishers, yeah, publishers.
They're publishing houses. And the last group, Scarab, Cockchafer, Firefly, and Weevil.
Beetles, yeah, Beetles.
That's absolutely right. And I heard you talking about Ladybird. It is a red herring. A ladybird is a beetle. People might not think so. So that is all the groups, all the connections, and the bonus. It's the maximum of 10 points. Very well done. Let's bring in their opponents now, give them the other wall, and see how they get on. It's the water wall for you, Jugadores. 2.5 minutes to solve it, starting now.
OK, what we've got bread. Kingsmill, Mother's Pride, Hovis. Is Bergen a bread? No. Maybe they are. I don't know. Freedom bread?
Freedom and Faith, a George Michael song.
Yes, they are.
Burnham can
Yes.
Rabin are all
Mayors.
mayors or and street.
Well done.
Yeah.
Are
There must be
Chet is
breads,
not a
but what's
gladiator, is it?
it?
Maybe Chet is a bread? No.
Genius bread.
Genius. Is it Genius Grant?
Oh, Cage Fighter, Prize Fighter,
Oh, well done.
Freedom Fighter.
Yeah. And Jet
Jet
Fighter?
fighter.
Yeah.
3 lives now.
Okay. I wonder if there's a word one that they're not bread at all. So moth at the beginning, pride, mill, are they?
There's got to be 2 bread. Oh, I don't know. I think.
This bread should not have a...
Well, it should actually, yeah. So maybe there is something that is that else. That means they don't have insects at the beginning.
Orange in the middle. Orange.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Just go for something.
Who is? Yeah, they're not names. Bergen is a name, but
30 seconds.
all right. Well, let's see. These feel like they are sort of
Yeah,
the similar type
yeah.
of words, but maybe Mother's Pride.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Just go for whatever you can.
1 more life.
Any ideas on these?
Hovis could be
Go
7.
with his feet.
10 seconds.
Okay, Kingsmill and Faith could be Adam Faith. No.
Ah, that's your 3 lives. The wall has frozen. But you found 2 groups. Tell me about the connections. Braben, Khan, and so on.
Bridget, this is your area.
They are all mayors of major cities. or have been mayors of major cities.
That's right. What do you think makes for a good mayor?
For any politician, it's got to be somebody who listens, someone who knows how to carry out what they say they're going to carry out. They've got to be able to be decisive and have decent leadership skills.
Good advice for all the mayors watching. That's that one. Tell me about the Green Group, Freedom, Jet and so on.
They can all be followed with Fighter.
Yes, they can. And you can still get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find. So let's resolve the wall. Here we go. Older, Faith, Outside, Mother's Pride.
Are they all George Michael singles or albums?
I think the key to solving this wall is knowing that Mother's Pride is a song from George Michael. That is the connection in that group. And the last group, Genius, Bergen, Kingsmill, Hovis.
We have to say these are breads.
Those are the breads. Genius is a sort of gluten-free loaf.
Right.
So you found 2 groups and you gave me all 4 connections. That's a total of 6 points. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Harlequins have 17 points. The Jugadores have 11. And if you'd like to have a go at Only Connect, why not go to the website bbc.co.uk/onlyconnect to find out how to apply. Missing vowels time, teams. Fingers on the buzzers. I can tell you, the first group of disguised clues are all nursery rhyme lines about Jack. Harlequins?
Jack and Jill went up the hill.
Yes, indeed. Jugadores?
Jack Sprat could eat no fat.
Correct. Jugadores?
This is the house that Jack built.
Yes, it is. Jugadores?
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
Correct. Next category, famous Egyptians. Jugadores?
Sorry.
No. Harlequins, do you know?
Mo Salah.
Yes, it is. Harlequins?
Nefertiti.
Correct. Harlequins?
Anwar Sadat.
Well done. Harlequins?
Ptolemy.
Of course. Next category, animals that appear on Australian coinage. Harlequins?
Platypus.
Yes, it is. Jugadores?
Echidna.
Yes, it is. Well, this is ridiculous. It's superb lyrebird. Next clue. Jugadores?
Emu.
Well spotted. No more clues. It's the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, the winners with an impressive 23 points and through to the next round are the Harlequins. Very well done to you. Jugadores, you finished with 15 points. Well done to you too. Obviously, you're not out. You just have to play another game to get through to the next stage. Thank you all for coming along. We look forward to seeing you later in the competition. And thank you for watching. Please join us next time for another episode of Only Connect, the show that's trickier than talking to a close friend when they've just made you read a draft of their terrible, terrible novel. Goodbye.